81,083. That is the number of people who died from opioid overdose in 2023. That is the whole population of Flint, Michigan, gone in just 1 year. My name is Selepri. I was trapped in addiction to substance abuse for about 12 years of my life. It stole time with my family. It stole opportunities for success. It took everything. The two biggest obstacles in recovery are, one, replacing the patterns that we established as normal in active addiction. The second one is the withdrawal. This is what makes the ARD process such a valuable tool.
And what is this process? Essentially, I'm using the skills of anesthesiologist and addiction physician. So I'm getting them through the precipitated withdrawals under sedation, so they don't feel the horrors of withdrawal.
In part 1 of this series, we met Dr. Julia Aharonov and learned about her Advanced Rapid Detox process. We caught a glimpse of her intelligence, her motivation, and her game-changing rapid detox procedure that gives people who struggle with opiate and synthetic opioid addiction a fighting chance at recovery and a real drug-free life.
I'm glad I did it, because if I wouldn't have, I wouldn't be sitting here right now, most likely. And I would never have been able to start leading a better and healthier lifestyle.
But there's more. There's a lot more to this detox process. When it comes to this detox facility, the procedure that defines it is only matched by the people who work there. That is why I want to introduce you to Laura Solomon.
I have a son who is now, he'll be 10 years off everything in October. And when we went to get him treatment, we were treated with such stigma and so disgraced by everybody that we met with. Talked to, like, what kind of parents are we to have made a son who chose to do these things. It was just horrifying, because it's hard enough to ask for help. But when you ask for help and you're treated so disrespectfully, once he had been through his detox and come out the other end so wonderfully, I wanted to do something where I was actually, that I could treat people like I wished someone had treated me and my husband and my son. So when I saw that this type of position was available, I had a completely different career at the time. I applied for the job, and through the wisdom of Dr. Aharonov, I was hired to be able to help people.
I loved the answer that I got from Laura when I asked her, what is it that gets you up in the morning? What is it that keeps you coming back to this job?
From 18 till probably 30, I was a hairdresser. And people would come in and they just looked, horrible. And at the end of it, they looked great. And so I love the sort of makeover part of this job, that everybody who comes to us mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally is a hot mess, and they get off of the substances, and their lives in every way are made over, and they're alive and happy and grateful. And So it's really extreme makeover drug addiction. I like that part. I like the part where we take the before and after picture and they're like, holy, sorry. They can see it and they can feel it and they live it, and that's what I like.
Here is what Laura thinks is so special about the Advanced Rapid Detox Center.
What makes Advanced Detox special is really the staff. It starts at the top with Dr. Aharonov. She, in addition to being brilliant, is just really genuinely the nicest person there is. And she doesn't have any, she's very humble in that she's not real like doctory. Like, yes, she's brilliant, but she's also a mom and a grandmother, and she's kind and she's not judgy. And so for all of the patients that come here who've experienced that same stigma and insult and treated poorly, she is the difference. She's just warm and kind, and she gets it. So I think it starts there, and then we only hire people who replicate that. So everybody that works here, every single person is like that. They're just not, they don't judge you, they don't treat you any different than they would treat their own loved ones. Everybody here is warm, they're engaging, they're friendly, and they really, truly, I mean, we've had the same staff forever, so thank God everybody is just kind. I'm the least nice person here, I always say. Everybody here is just really nice. I think that's what the big difference is. And our goal is really to get people through addiction in the most humane way possible. And that they leave just saying that they found angels in Detroit.
The staff there is so amazing. They were so encouraging and helpful during that period of time. The procedure itself I couldn't really say too much about because I fell asleep before I even went into the procedure room. So I didn't know I had it done until I woke up and felt some of the after effects.
What were some of the after effects?
Just like some mild withdrawal symptoms.
But manageable.
Yeah, they were manageable.
I was an administrative program director in Virginia, and I remember I woke up one morning. It was about 3 years after I had gotten completely clean. 3 years after I had graduated from a program. And I remember getting up one morning, and the thing that was really prevalent on my mind was that I didn't feel like getting high. And on top of that, I wasn't scrambling in my head to figure out how I was gonna stay sober that day. And it dawned on me, this is what it's like to be back to normal. But like I said, it took 3 years roughly after, being drug free. It took about 3 years to get to the place where I woke up one morning and realized that there was life to be lived outside of the noise that was going on in my head with my addiction. I have to ask, so what's it like not craving?
It's weird. So going from craving and using and doing all these things that you would do while using to going to not doing it at all, and your routine is completely switched around. Like, you just are able to wake up and do whatever without needing anything. That's crazy. It feels weird, but it's good. There's not another feeling like it at all.
It took me 3 years to reach the recognizable healing point that Dr. Aharonov's process helped Lydia to reach in 3 weeks. With today's technology, research capabilities, and investigative avenues, people like Dr. Julia Aharonov are breaking into new understandings of what addiction does to the human brain and new solutions to physically overcoming it.
unlike most Jewish mothers, I'm highly tattooed. And what's my favorite tattoo? I don't know. Those are all my kids' initials. And I think probably maybe the grace tattoo, because it exemplifies what I have to remind myself to give people every day. Grace and understanding. And probably the butterfly, because that represents transformation, which is our job. So yeah. After you're done with me, Dr. Aharonov's going to show you all her tattoos.
I don't have any.